check 1 2. YouTube check. This episode is brought to you by FHEMEX. This is our proud sponsors, guys. Please make sure to hit that link in the description below to get yourselves a great VIP tier to start off trading in the perpetual contracts, the futures contracts within crypto. It does cost money to go in, and it does cost money to go out of the trade. So make sure to hit that link in the description below to get that great discount right off the bat. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Let's go ahead and move right along, team. What do we have to talk about today? Well, we do have price action. Kind of, I don't want to say reversing, right? Because we did have a pretty nice run a little bit earlier ago, right? And it was not the best one ever in the world, right? But it actually still made it actually made a pretty good reversal anyway, right? But it just failed. So I was wondering why. But no, guys, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like we always knew what was gonna happen here, right? It's never like that, team. But yeah, we're observing here some nice bottoms. We're already getting some let's see, out of a 10-minute candle, yeah, two pretty nice momentum candles. The third one here is a little bit questionable. Still got around 3 minutes to close. And observing here on the other chart, this is your tether dominance here, and we're still we're still printed here on the AFILIATE bearish signal. So the phase is active, and we can actually see if we turn on, right? Let's just go ahead and double click on that on this little grid down here and go into your inputs, right? So we're gonna go ahead and see how much bearishness we actually have, right? So we want to turn on the enable higher time frame confirmation, and this is set standard here to a 4-hour time frame. So 4 hour is still bearish. Let's go down to, let's say, about an hour time frame. Okay, so it's bullish on an hourly time frame, right? So, and it is showing a little bit of a pullback right now on XRP, so which is not bad. But how far is it bullish till? You know what I mean? So bi-hourly time frame is still bullish. 3-hour time frame, we're looking down here, right? Okay, good. So it's relative to just about your 2-hour time, right? So that's just about as long as a bullish signal that we have here validated. So okay, fine. So if it is up to the 3-hour time frame, let's go ahead and take a look at that 3-hour time frame. So it looks like we have just about, well, what do you know? We have about an hour and 22 minutes to closing this booster. Love you, buddy. Sorry, guys. I said that out loud. Guys, we're filming a YouTube video right now, right? So just so you kind of know why I said that, right? Is because we have the trading team observing the filming of the XRP video for tonight. So I completely, just removed myself from the video just to say hi to Booster. Love you, buddy. Oh my goodness, man. But all good in the hood, right? But yeah, let's go ahead and continue here, guys. I digress like crazy there. But yeah, so USDT here on that 3-hour time frame, right where we left off, right? We're still within about an hour and 21 minutes to closing, and that's just about as far as the bullish nature for this would go. So I think that we would start off, with a continuation on a bearish trend on this. Let's see. So we would see current ATR top of about 6.11. I can't say that it's done just yet, right, guys? We could experience a little bit higher on this on the percentages based on let's see, the hard prices here. Let me just get rid of that and now see that 6.11. So 6.11. Yeah, you know what? I think it would be better observed, and we may have already done it too, right? So 6.095% could be a pretty good area to observe some resistance on this. Of course, we can go ahead and top out on that 6.11 statistical target too, right? In fact, it would be around 6.119, just to kind of highlight the absolute truth there, which does allow a little bit of a downside here for XRP, right? But where to the downside, and where is the turn? So I'm going to go ahead and start showing you here the chart that we actually put together from last night's thread of analysis, and hopefully it resonated with you, and hopefully that you guys were able to kind of follow it and benefit from it, right, guys? But before we do that, please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is ARCa. I am coming at you here at 8:40 p.m. Pacific time on Wednesday, January 7th. Spot price on XRP right now sitting at about 216.233 after a low that we experienced from that 214.331 bottom. Okay, guys, so this was our plan here, right? This was our the chart from earlier. We were observing the potentials of a bear pennant formation here, guys, which kind of pointed at a few targets, and some of those would have been down here at that 213.774, 214.810, and it looks like we kind of just bounced from that area there. So this would be actually like the third bottom right now. I'm wondering, within a 10-minute time frame though, right? It's still relatively, it's tiny, the time frame, considering whatever here. But yeah, I think that we're getting closer to potential volatility runs here. Should it actually be that we're facing real results, and seeing that tether dominance is actually at or near its top side statistically, then yeah, I think that very likely, should it be that we retrace one more time, but it looks like tether dominance already did that. It already did that upside. Then I'd have to say that entry conditions may be around this 215.571 to 214.810 at one of the lower targets, right, guys? Of course, anything can invalidate this, and should we have any bad news, well, there goes that, and this thing would just continue capitulating. But no, I think genuinely speaking here, I do think that we have a pretty good targeted area. And removing myself here from the bottom right, you can actually see that volume profile just completely decline into these support bottoms, right? And yeah. So the overall trend does have that kind of overall decrease in volume, right? That's what you want to see as you approach these critical supports, and yeah. So I mean, very, very good stuff, right? I think that we could actually have found that bottom from earlier today, and let's see if we can continue accumulating from this point. Just gotta put out a notice here, guys, that I know that we're at bottoms, but I just want you to not over lever and not panic in these areas here, because it's just a healthy pullback. These things happen all the time, right? Could it have happened later or earlier? Sure. Yeah, but it's just it's part of the game, right? But other than that, let's why don't we just go ahead and check on volatility here and move this thing like right along, right? Apologies, team. The AC is actually pointed right at my face right now, and my face is literally on, like it's iced completely, right? But all good. So yeah, let's kind of block out these the drawings here and take a look at volatility in general. Okay. All right. So yeah, we do have a pretty nice upside continuation on that 10 minutes. So it's already pretty granular there. Let's look at this from an earlier time though. Really, really grainy. You know what? Yeah, that minute time frame is showing a continuation to the downside. It's really oversold here, but it still has a little bit more. Right. So let's see. So we have downside 2 minutes still, 3 minute with expansion. I'm going to go kind of quick over this, right, guys, so that we can, make this happen faster than not. 10-minute time frame still kinked. I need more sure. Okay, this is kinked with a red bar printing in 24 seconds. 30 minutes still has 50. Okay, I think this is, yeah. I would say this is it here. And I say that only because this has... we're very close to a support. Your 30-minute time frame is still 15 minutes away from closing. This could be your typical 50%, 30 to 50% prior bar retrace before a continuation to the upside. Yeah, booster, I think that could be again, man, damn. And if that's the case, then we're probably looking at this. Oh my goodness. Hold on, oh my goodness. Man, I needed to sneeze so bad right now. I really don't want to do that while recording. So yeah, typically speaking, these 30-minute time frames tend to, not 30-minute time, just candles in general, right? You have a 30 to 50% prior bar retrace with a 60 to 70% chance of it. And it does appear as though this could be it here, right? So potential upside should start here like now, seeing that the hourly time frame is coming to a close, which could also be paired with a bi-hourly or a 3-hour or something. Let's see, hourly, 3-hour, 4-hour, and 6 hours. Those already happened. So the 2-hour time frame, yeah, we just opened that 2-hour, and okay, good, yeah, good stuff. No problem then. Yeah, guys, this feels like it's about to retrace back towards that upside. At least considering a 30-minute time frame. Let's see, hourly bar closing in 13 minutes and 50 seconds. That's showing a tweezer bottom. Your 30-minute time frame would be, oh, look at that. Tweezer bottom, bullish engulfing, green outside bar there. Not true, but it's still good to consider. Bi-hourly time frames, yeah, bi-hourly has that upside. So let's see how long that lasts. 2 hours, 3 hours, still kinked. That would be still kinked on the 6 hour too. Still kinked on the 8. Still kinked on the 12. There we go. Okay, yeah, so we have 1 day's worth of upside still. So that would give us just about 11 cents on the ATR. Current ATR top would be 227. Yeah, just about 227.039. So that's marking off this point here. Let's just see what it's like on actual price, right? So 227. Oh, we already had a 225 there too. Okay. All right. Yeah. If just in the more immediate short term, guys, this feels like it's going to give us a turnaround here, and we do have some resistances coming up. Right. Stop it. And that resistance would likely have us pull back to validate some. I know this is a mess here, right? Let's see, 227 would be up here. Yeah, we would probably have to come back down. Yeah, validate your 222.324 to around the areas of 218.693 or 963, sorry, and then a potential continuation on that. It's still very volatile, guys. But it's it's doing what it's doing, and it's not too bad. 2-hour time for 2-day time frame closing in 19 hours, 3 days. Let's see, 19 hours as well, and okay, good. So your 3-day time frame, just around 3 hours prior to the closing of this bar, we'll probably get that early retrace. So if this thing actually just did like what we talked about, guys, this is your 50% prior bar retrace on a 3-day, and this is like massively upside postured. So yeah, technically speaking, this is just a quick distribution validation of your midpoints, right? 50%, and then a continuation. These are momentum bars. So I still think that we're in a bullish trend. However, there's going to be zigzags. There's going to be problems here and there, but all good. Yeah, it's looking good, guys. So should there be, yeah, I was on that 5-day already too, right? So this thing also, brother, I mean, if we could, let's see. I mean, that's a great area already of support, but we could always benefit from these sides too. And that's the bet that I've been putting on and on and on and on, and it just never goes to that 206, 205. At least starting from the 207, from the high 207s to around your 205s. I still can't nail it, right? But this is a tweezer bottom, right? Green outside bar print, and this thing is just massively just postured to that upside, and declining volume in the immediate short term, 50% retrace on your 3-day. Let's see, your 3-day time frame is not over soon. It's actually your 4-day your 4-day. Your 4-day is closing here in 19 hours. So, this pullback here relative to one of those macro timeframes or whatever that was, right? 50%. This can actually start to, these early retraces like this from a bullish trend, that typically means continuation to the sorry, you said add. Gotcha. That typically, this typically means there's a higher likelihood of upside continuation as you're pulling on a rubber band here, right? And that rubber band is literally just getting stretched to its very, very limit, and then just let it go, and this thing just continues. It's compression into decompression. Really interesting stuff. But yeah, it's looking okay, team. As far as upside continuation, man, yeah, you have a 4-day time frame upside, 5 week up. You still have upside in the bi-weekly time frame, and these are all new bars. Upside 3 weeks, 4 weeks is still kinked, and yeah, just about a month of upside. Still the same situation here, guys. The target to the upside here would be just, it's saying 248, 249s, your 250s around there. We've already gone to about 242, so retrace those immediate short terms, continue after validation of support. So there we go. Love it, booster. So I think, guys, yeah, just give this a few days. A little bit of pressure here and there, but it's looking good overall. People are going to start getting excited as soon as it starts popping up again. But if you have any questions or concerns, guys, please don't hesitate to reach me at arcabulls@gmail.com, and everything will be good. We'll speak very, very, Jerry, Scary Larry later. All right, team? Let's get to the market prep in the Discord. Love you, team. Adios, and yeah, adios. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever, 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 ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well a very, very good rest of your night and or day, and I will catch you at the Bell Mañana. Adios, team. Oh, yeah. Perfect, team. Man. I don't know what happened there at the end. I hope I I hope I did it right. My nostrils were going ridiculous, so I had to blow my nose. And I don't know if I muted YouTube. They're going to get a surprise. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness, man. Sorry, team. Ahead of time, I do apologize sincerely. But all good. And yeah, team. So I hope I hope it is that we did find that that top side here. But realistically speaking, on the tether dominance, it should actually be up here. It should be within this realm here of resistance. So you know what I mean? It's a fair chance to observe resistance here. It is, but that may be for a temporary upside, and then validate a local support, like, for example, this 6.007 to maybe 6.039%, and then try for that real validation of resistance before a continuation. This would be tethered dominance. Just get I still feel like, even though we got this resistance here, we're very likely to pull back into your local supports, right? And then this thing would probably get that continuation to the upside to validate your true areas of inflection, and that would mean some pressure to the downside XRP. But then from getting this true rejection, that would be a pretty a sped up version to the upside. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just, typically speaking, the inverse correlation of USDT is there, and since it does have these areas, right in there, that 6.181 ish, it's a might as well, since we're already so close to it, and we're pretty much what see the range, the total range. It really is. It should be here, right? Because are we counting this and this as your complete top side and bottom side? So that would show you that your 50% are right up here. And should it be that we're considering maybe just this local high to the bottom side? Well, that introduces you this point here. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing it from here to here as an action, and then your reaction, right, would be to this 50% from this area. So that may be wrong. You know what I mean? But it's Newton's third law, and that's all I'm using. So that was just to give you guys a little bit of a side note there, and give you some more cherries for us to pick and see if we can't brainstorm ourselves a fun time. But but yeah, guys. So why don't I ask you now to please do me the favor and hang out here just for a couple minutes, and I will put this out to the XRP family as it is done filming, and then we will continue our traditionally scheduled programming here. Okay, team. I love you all so much, and yeah, let's just kind of chill out here for a little bit, and then I'll put the @everyone mentioned should that be needed. And you know how that goes, guys. All right, team. Just a moment. Thanks, guys.
Man, we got 64 on wow. Man, we got 64 on wow. tryna beat.
YouTube check. YouTube check 1 and 2. All right, team. All right. I'm actually displaying this to you here in the chat, right? Because we do have some people who are not familiar with the with my social media outlets or platforms, right? So I'm very limited right now, and not limited because of any other reason other than myself, right? I don't have an Instagram. I don't have a TikTok. Um, I don't. I don't have also a secondary. This is important here. I don't have a secondary X account, a Twitter, right? Hold on. I need to get rid of this. Can you guys still hear me? Yeah. Okay. Good. I just want to see. I couldn't see something, but there we go. So guys, yes, I don't have a secondary, crypto only uh, X account where there's a bunch of guys. There are a lot of scammers, right, guys? And it happens. I guess it happens more and more exponentially as the subscribers and followers grow, right? It's nothing that big here on Twitter X, right? It's around 5,668. A way that you can tell that it's me is that you can see up here that my posts, right? I have slightly under 10,000 posts. And of course, the YouTube platform, guys, there's, we just broke that 16,000 subscriber mark. So that's that. And then also the Discord, right? The Discord here it's got around 2,200 members or more or whatever. I'm not sure, but that's where we are, right, guys? So know for a fact that it's just primarily those three. And also the only thing that I'm not really disclosing a lot in public, right, is because it's the ARC University, the ARCU. And for obvious reasons, right, guys? So that is a secondary Discord, but not public. It's completely it's disconnected completely, and it's just for the master students. And so far, there are just around I think there's over 400 members in there of prior past, past students, mentees of mine. So I want you guys to make sure to keep that in mind, okay, guys? And also know that I will never reach out to you first. If you are speaking to an ARCa right now, that came up to you first, that's the problem, okay? I never will friend request you first. I won't welcome you. I won't do any of that stuff, guys. I'm not a. It's not to be rude, right? It's just to be consistent. That I will not reach out to you first, right? So that's a bottom line here. So if ARCa has already reached out to you first, and you're speaking to that person, it's 100% a scammer, and they're trying to take your money. Okay, guys. So please make sure that not to do that. I'm not asking you guys for your crypto. I'm not asking you guys to transfer anything ever. Okay, guys. So that's not what we're doing here. Okay, I just thought I'd kind of get that out of the way. And yeah, but guys, if you need to know, right? There is hold on. Let me do this. Let me take a sip. So the new people know, guys. What's the password? Put it up. Yes, it is ridiculous. It is a ridiculous password, but it's for that reason. It's for that very reason. Is because everybody would be expecting freaking you know, turquoise 53-1 rhinoceros. You know what I mean? But it's not that. So, and it would, you know, it would usually be because I'm lazy. Okay? So just know that of me. Know that of me. And also know that my grammar is absolutely good. Okay? I'm well spoken, and guys, I'm a wordsmith. God damn it! I'm sorry. Okay, so yeah, I don't want to. I'm not trying to flaunt. I'm not trying to do anything, guys. I just want you to. I just want you to know. I just want you to know that that those are the facts, right? Those are the facts right there. FAX. Okay. When 912 exactly. I got the question right away. Or I'm sorry. One of my buddies said you misspelled when. I'm like, oh man. I'm like, oh dude. My goodness. I did, sir. I did. All right, guys. So enough of the hooting and hollering here. Let's get ourselves some analysis, right? Some analysis. Okay. Financial, you asked me to take a look at that ticker TSM, and you sir are risk on. Are you? Are you risk on the market, sir? You're off. Okay. All right. Well, let's figure it out. And you're looking at wanting to fill the gap below, correct? Is that? Yes, of course there are no issues with the YouTube. Come on, man. You see how fast that one posted? I did it all within one break. There was you know, like the other day when we were putting up the 912 target, you immediately saw, right, that everything was tripping. I couldn't post it. No, I am. I'm just lazy. I haven't jacked it. I have the cable right here, and I haven't put it into the wall like a freaking moron, bro. But I have it. I do have it. I promise. And the jack is right behind these screens right here, man. I can't even believe I'm doing that. It's so ridiculous. But yeah, guys. So TSM, you're looking to get in. I'm seeing that there is a gigantic gap over here, and sure, you know that absolutely has, it absolutely has some attention, right? Oh my goodness, man, I'm getting choked over here. It definitely has some attention to it. I can see it, bro. And of course, this is a massive red bar, and it does look like it could. What's the post hour on this, man? Does it have a 24-hour price? It's got to have a 24-hour price. Let me know what that is. And also, I will pull up the 24-hour book myself as well. Let's see. And TSM would be the Taiwan Semiconductor, man. There's a lot of stuff going on with that there. So let's see about TSM. Is it really based in, is it in Taiwan actually? Hold on, I can't see you guys chat. There we go. Okay, it is, bro. It is up about 1%. So it's up $3.23 from its close. It's sitting at 322. So let's see where 322 is at. 322 flat. Okay, so it's right at the resistance of that gap. Okay, I think that's enough information for now. Should it have a upside continue? Oh, actually, whoa! It reached all the way up to 323.49. That's not bad, bro. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, we're gonna have to determine here if this thing has a. Yeah, we're gonna have to determine if this thing has further upside or not. But that's a pretty outstanding capitulating candle, you know? So if anything, you know, your supports, there's a bit of danger in this too. Let me see if it has historical price all the way up to all the way back. Okay, so nothing there. Let me see this on a month. Okay, so I mean, your monthly gap is ridiculous, right? But that just tells me that you have this as a macro target. Actually, that would be a might as well, which I don't think it would reach. Okay, and this would be a liquid bottom, but we're gonna go ahead and see why we wouldn't touch that real quick. Still sitting at 322 even. Okay, so your daily time frame does express downside here. Of course, it's going to expand with further downside on momentum. That's a given. Your 2-day time frame did close, and it's kind of like it's a really exaggerated, you know, dark cloud formation. It's not really that, but you know, it's still there. This would also expand with downside. Let's see. Your 4-day time frame also this also closed. So okay, there is a bit of pressure that could be applied for the upside here, and also right at market open. This is the reason why. Yeah. Okay. The reason why there would be a little bit of upside right at the get go here is because it's in light of the 5-day time frame. So the 5-day time frame has decompressed its 50% and plus way ahead of its schedule. Right, its 50% is located roughly around that green thing that we have there, right, as a resistance. So 322. So this completely passed it, right? That's for whatever reason it did. So that gives a higher probability for an upside continuation. Now, this is a problem for the continuation of the downside because the 5-day isn't done. So at 5 hours prior to the closing of this bar, which would be 1 hour into the into intraday, so 10:30 a.m. Pacific time or Eastern time, right? Right around that time, this may actually start to decompress towards its 50%. This is the thing about that, is that if it decompresses towards its 50%, you're looking at 318.65 to roughly around 322. So, you know, just a little under $4 of upside on this, and that's just about a half of your daily ATR. So if this moves at a certain rate of change that's above normal, then this may completely ignore the downside, right? And it may actually just gather enough momentum. It may actually just gather enough momentum and enough volatility in retracing towards just the 5-day thesis. So number one, right, you have a 4-day time frame that closed. And that's very similar. So this would also retrace towards its 50% because it's the new bar. Given that it is kind of given that it is in the shape of a shooting star, this, you know, the nature of it all is still to kind of decompress or retrace, right? There's a 60 to 70% chance on average, except that I don't know that to be true on this asset whatsoever, but generally speaking, it does do that. So your 3-day time frame or bi-daily closed as well. So if your bi-daily closed too, this means that it would also try to retrace its 50%. Naturally speaking, it has resistance at the prior bar's closing valuation, which is 322-ish. But should it reach its dynamic, right, it's 50% that it can naturally go to, right? What the heck is going on? I'm going to do it from here. Should it reach its 50%, that means that this would continue towards the upside to around 325.78. And now we're talking about $8 of upside, right? So that becomes a little something silly here. Okay. Now we have two areas that are marked off for a retrace. The 50% of your prior day is right at that gap resistance, and that's at 322. Okay, so guys, the thing that can stop price action here from continuing is either 322, which we just kind of slammed above, right, in the pre-market, and also these targets here. I'm just going to go ahead and put them as resistances, and I don't even need to look at really anything else. But these are the things that can prevent price action from continuing to the upside. This is very discretionary, okay? I'm just giving you these dynamics based on what I'm observing here. Danielle, what's up? Good to see you in there. I caught you. So let me continue here, guys. Hey, it's good to see you here. Sorry about that, team. I digress. You know me. I'm sometimes I'm like squirrel. But okay, so let's get rid of this target on top, this one here, and yeah. So I'm gonna have to adjust this one naturally right to the confluence of the wick low and wick high. Yeah, absolutely, brother. Yeah, no problem. So I forget. You guys have Gush. We have. Did you say SSRM? We also have LAES that I need to look at for you guys. I'm sorry. And yeah. Which one? Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I need to take a look at the. I think somebody wrote it above. I will take a look. All right. So, okay. Let's jot this down, right? So this would be quite obviously an area of resistance. So let's keep it as such, right? It's going to be a red. We're going to treat it as red. It's rojo. All good. And yeah, let's go ahead and focus that zone as well. Just about like this here. And now we can get rid of that silly little line there. We'll go ahead and put that yellow so that we know that is a focus zone. And let's mark it off. Let's put our targets. I know that I'm just ridiculously way out there. I'm gonna have to bring them closer here because of the larger time frame, but that's all good. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna do this here, and this one will retrace. Okay, cool. And furthermore, we do have those bottom side targets too, right? So let's go ahead and put these there as well. Okay. Actually, this one we get rid of, and this we use. Okay, perfect. Now, know for a fact, team, that I'm proposing that we maybe could reach this downside, but if I'm right, I'm gonna look at volatility, and then we're potentially gonna see this as we may have already hit the. I don't know, guys. We may have already hit that low, and I hope that's I hope that's not the case, right? Because it just kind of ruins a lot of good chances here, but we would just have to play it strategically. It's no problem, right, team? So here is the liquid targets. All good. Okay. So price action right now, yes, sitting at 321.95 after hitting all the way to 323s, which was already pretty damn impressive. So let's just look at volatility on this and find out. Naturally speaking, we already know the statistics play to the upside based on just simply the closing of the bars. Risk off those bars. Let's see. Yeah, your immediate short term is already kind of presenting here a falling wedge too, right? Which could have been the upside for the 323, honestly. The first target at least. It also could be a whole 2-day trend too. Man, wow. Interesting. Okay. All right. Yeah, let me as I promised, let's look at that volatility and see what's up. Okay. So price action, let me kind of zoom in here. That would be a red bar, right? Yeah. Okay, downside, a little contractive. right? Continuation to the, let's see, downside on a 2-minute time frame, all good. We have expansion and downside here on a 3-minute time. 5-minute time frame, bearish engulfing. True red outside bar, kinked, downside. Okay, looking like an inverse head and shoulders here, and that would be total downside of 10 minutes. So at the open, we for some reason had a gap up to 223. From 223, you would have you would have that 10-minute pullback. So this would be, if it made the upside first, that is, right? So you're looking at a current ATR top. Oh, actually, let's figure that out. That may be playing that inverse head and shoulders team, no lie. Upside continuation, 10, 15, 30-minute time. Yeah, already with a psychological reason. Cool. Completely oversold on your hourly and bi-hourly. 3-hour time still upside, man. Okay, there we go. Maybe this time, but it would be 4 hours of upside. So that would give you just around $4.33, right? Where does that put you? 423. 323. So yeah, that's exactly where we're coming from. So downside starts from the 4-hour time frame at 323s, which is what we just hit. Let me see. What was the exact target we hit? Yeah, 323.49. It would have been 323.80 or 323.90-ish. Should we respect exact statistics? So yeah, from that 323, the 4-hour time frame would start with a downside, and that downside is going to last, let's see how long. 6 hours, expanding on the 8-hour with downside. Damn. Okay, good. A 12-hour time frame, daily time frame downside, expanding to the downside on a bi-daily still. Let me see that bi-daily. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. 3-day time frame still with a downside expansion, likely. And this would be it. 4-day time frame downside total. So that would give you, after a 323 run, this would give you just around $18. $18 the downside. So man, oh goodness. So if we're looking like at a 3, did we even mark anything at 305? Oh, we kind of sort of. Okay, all right. So yeah, the 311, that'll prevent you from catching your 307, 305.41, even into the 302s. That's what it would be. I like it. Okay, so I'm sticking to the thesis. This likely moves towards the upside. And 323.93 might as well be right in here at 324.56. Price action to the upside is likely first, as it already kind of did. So let's go ahead and just project that here, right? Upside price action. We'll get that resistance right in this area here, right? We'll drop into the areas of around 320, 321.51. Could be 321.60. No. 322.10. Yeah, we'll just leave it here at 321.55 or 51. This will likely get you a bounce towards the upside to validate again at that 324.56. This will be your double top. Continuation to the downside would be likely. And I'm not going to get too granular with this, right? But yeah, we would find support. We would find support right down in these levels here. And it probably would be the 310, guys. So I'm gonna just leave it like that for now. So 310 may be the reason why this doesn't continue towards the 305s. And this rejects completely and continues towards the upside. Prior day low, resistance at 318.66, validation of your whatever down here as a higher low. And that would give us the green flag to potentially reach into these targets yet again. You're looking at $8.84 here on average true range. So any day that this thing's open, that this thing opens, you're looking at almost $9 to the upside or downside. So yeah, opening up here at around 319. and seeing a 327.51. That's that's your daily ATR. It's looking good. Okay, cool. Cool. So let me just print this out and we're good to go. Did that cover the gap, by the way? Financial did it or no? I just completely missed it. I forgot about the gap. In light of just giving you targets right away, sir. 310 to 300. Oh, nice. This was given just mathematically, so I can't I can't say that was completely based on me. But yeah. So what do you think, sir? Yeah, let me print it out for you, buddy. I'm gonna put it right down here. Yeah, wait for the right entry. Nice. Okay, so this is gonna be. Did I put up the XRP video? I did, right? I think I did. Oh yeah, I did. Man, every time we get to this point, that's where I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna mess it all up. All right, TSM, and here is your chart. Let me press enter, and let me go to the lounge. Why this window is all the way over here beats me, but I'm just gonna go ahead and move it now, right? And see what's up. There we go. Also, much better observed would be this over here. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just kinking my neck for no reason at all. No reason at all, sir. Okay. Yeah, this is, oh, dude, my neck. There we go. Okay, so at everyone. And that's the first chart. Good deal. I'm coming back. Oh, I can't remember that. I can't remember because I'm trying to focus on your tickers here. What? Don't make fun of me, fool. I forget every day, right? Because no one reminds me. Yeah. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that right now, guys. We're gonna have to give way to a lady here. So let's go ahead and take a look at PSIX. Let's do it. And this is Power Solutions. Hey, is there actually something going on with power and energy and all that? How the heck am I going to do this? Yeah, there we go. Is there something going on with power and energy in general? Let me know, guys. Let me blow my nose, man. That sucks. Yeah, us. We were looking at ticker BE, Bloomberg Energy, I think. Okay. All right. Man, here we go. Let me turn this on. There we go. Okay. No, what I was saying, guys, I can't drink it fast enough because it's so cold, man, and that's the worst thing to do for your throat when you're using it. On your drawing here, or where do you? Let me see. Oh, you're about to show me. Yeah, that the wolf is a bit of a tricky one, but once you get it down, it's pretty yeah, it's more of it's a triangle in any form, right? So pennant, descending triangle, ascending triangle, falling wedge, rising wedge, in any form that the wolf can show up. But uh, you saw it on your ticker PSIX. Let me see if I can locate it. But I mean, nonetheless, triangles in general are pretty, high hit rate. Let me switch this screen over here. That's not going to do it. Let's see. I'm not sure. I just have not been able to identify that dang pattern for some reason. Uh, yeah. Oh my goodness. I can. We can go over it. No problem at all. Okay. Here's the live stream, and yeah, this is much better. My goodness. I'm still. You know what? I'm not gonna keep these damn screens like this anymore, guys. I'm not gonna do it. I can't do it. Yeah, I definitely cannot do it. I'm gonna put the freaking 49-inch curves on top of each other. I need that to happen right here, man. Freaking, we're over here swerving left and right like freaking crazy. My neck is getting buff. You know, I'm talking 100 inches across, guys. You know, like all the way over there and then all the way over there. Strong neck. Okay, but yeah, man. Sorry, guys. All right, let's give it a quick look and see what we have overall, right? Well, I mean, already this is hold on, let me make sure of that. So it did respect, right? This is an outlier, so it doesn't matter. It wouldn't really take that into consideration. Descending parallel channel. It broke below the ascending parallel channel, and now it's sitting right in the little pocket. Okay, so when you're observing this on a daily time frame too, you can definitely see that there's expansion on this, which kind of not right away, not to be like, oh, right. It's not like that. But if we're following regression perfectly, then you have something like this, and it's still not ready. But if if you're using the inside bars, you're kind of catching right here this green and this green, right? And of course, you're catching the resistance of this little tiny green area here, as these are your false breaks. And then you have this resistance here, support from that middle red bar, and the failure. So why though? Well, this would be your test 1, 2, and 3. This would be your fourth, pull back, validate, and fifth for a breakout, and that could introduce to you, this formation very well. All of you guys do. So just like this, right? It may be a little weird, right, to put it in that way, but we could use this that there too. And if that's the case, then we could also just use this here. And then for sure, we're looking at something else here, right? And let me line it up. So yeah, something like this, right? You know what? We could actually use. Let me see. I like that one, but I don't want to go so far into like that green. The green bar feels a little. I mean, it rhymes real well, but is it the best answer? It doesn't matter, but it's just, I'm going to leave it like this. So, we do have this. You guys are seeing the chart, right, guys? You can see it. Where the heck are you guys now? Oh, yeah, you guys are over here. Yes, I did see it earlier. You had, I see I see your false breaks and everything too, and it does have confluence on those resistances and your outer channel, the inner channel. There is also something going on with you. I need you. You need to take strategies with me. You need to get in on that. I need to show you some cool things, some cool stuff. But so yeah, I was gonna let me take a look at your thing one more thing one more time, right? So you are looking at this. That is, I mean, that is certainly, it is absolutely it is absolutely a unique way of looking at it. It's not wrong, not at all. So this would be one of your supports that are meeting this red one, or it's a green one for me because, oh, let's see. Oh yeah, that's interesting. I forgot that we always have that outage. So let me go right behind. Oh, you are, wait a second. Oh my goodness. You're using all the way back here. Hold on. This is what you're using. Man. Definitely not something that I could have seen myself. Let's see. And then you're extending this to roughly where we are right now, right? It feels. And why not these? Why not these tops? Is because that one. Yeah, I guess I can see where you were trying to, catch your resistances and stuff. I mean, if anything, it just makes if anything, this makes, us, yeah, in strategies, it's called a multi-phase. Uh, it's a bullish multi-phase breakout. So another way that you can see this is that you have a whole bunch of formations that are stacking on each other for an upside. So this is an exit strategy, right? Also, this is an exit strategy, your inverse head and shoulders. So, and then you know, yeah, I really, 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 really want to show you all this stuff, but it's a part of the class, So then you start to determine where your targets could be, right? So based on your trend here, that would be your first candle without any exposure. You apply this to this point here, and it just so happens to be that you're confluent enough with your broadening wedge as the genesis of the formation, right? And that's nice. And also your inverse head and shoulders, this would have a whole other dynamic. It's probably going to show you a target that's a lot deeper. So let's see what that is. And okay, we'll apply this to the right hand center, right? Just about that point there. And this would be introducing to you these targets here. So it's not about the target that the formation gives you. It's what's tangible. So this would be here at physical targets. Just about there. But this is, we're talking about only psychology here though, right? This is just formation theory. So if we have further validity into this, other than the fact that you have multiple formations that are showing a great probability, sorry, I hate that we're not seeing this. Yeah, I need, my goodness. There we go. My goodness, man. Why haven't I had that? Oh, this is the stupid new Discord. It's the yeah, guys, it's the 2.0 the trading view, right? While we're getting the other one to just fix my issues, which by the way, they admitted to it, and now that they asked me to take away, they asked me to take off the stop payment and the that's why my account is on basic. It's with 108 days left of ultimate. Ridiculous. Okay, so yeah, let's start making this not ridiculous here. Like let's just make it nicer because this is bothering me. Okay, cool. All right, team. So yeah, upside targets in a psychological fashion. Yeah, you do have a few things in here that are confluent. Very, very nicely put too. Now all we need to do is just observe volatility and see if it does have, and time, right? So we need to see if time agrees with the continuation, to the upside. But your formations, they certainly have a pretty large presence here. Okay. So far these are take profit zones. So let me see price in general on a larger time and see what's up. Okay, so it is a good support grab. It could have done this, right? It could have done that, and also it really could have done this. So there may be, I don't know when it's going to do it, but proximity has a lot to do with it too. But there is, this present area here would really, really benefit from getting tested for the bulls. But of course, this is gigantic low. We're talking $121 to roughly around $40, so $32. So that's, well, it doesn't seem like it's ready for something like that. So let me continue observing here. We have a 5-day close coming in 14 hours, which is okay. It decreased. Yeah. So this retraced early. So this has likelihood for upside. The 4-day time frame. Let's see how it closed. It's at its 50. It's at its 55% here. So it does have a bunch of gaps. Yeah, I'm seeing them. They're everywhere. You marked them off. Oh yeah, you have that inverse head and shoulders. Let's go. Okay. Yeah. If there's any pullback on this, which where did it close after 64.05? We have about 446 on a daily ATR. Okay. This has a pullback, maybe, to roughly around this, at roughly these targets here. That would be 62.30. And hold on. 62.30 to just about 64. That would be equivalent to the 50% of your daily 4-day, I think the 3-day time frame, all that stuff. Hold on. Okay, this is on a weekly bull flag. Bull flag measured move. Earlier targets giving you 87.20. You see that too? Oh my goodness, those gaps are ridiculous. Yeah, it's a lot. Okay, so now that we have this figured here, there is a likelihood of an upside after this. Let's see, your 2-day time frame did close. Yeah, that's your daily, and your bi-daily did close as well. Okay, let me see those. Do they have wicks? Okay. I'm just getting together the discretion of this, the discretionary side of it. 3 days are closing soon. 4 days yeah, this is already that's good. 5-day time frame. Okay. Let me look one more time. 55.13. Let me go to the 5-day one more time. Oh, cool. All right. Yeah, this is this is looking like continuation. So, yeah, I'm gonna stick to the thesis here. So you have at the immediate short term, based on just psychology, right? This would give you, this is $64, right? Let me see what the 24-hour book is on it, and we shall continue, team. Let's see. So PSIX, it's at 63.55. It's at a new low, 63.55. Okay, good. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, the likelihood would be that downside first. Those are called peekaboos. So let's put it down. That's just about what I need here. That's a lot of downside. Momentum, everything that should be postured to the downside. Yeah, starting from a 5-minute time frame, we have expanding volatility, downside posturing on Stokes. Let's see, 10-minute time frame would introduce downside continuation, sure, volatility expansion there. Downside into the 30-minute time frame is just about it. So 30 minutes total downside. Should it open at $64, that gives us 63 cents. So that would put us at just about your 60 240s, so somewhere around there. I agree. I completely agree. 62.30 to around 60.64 would be that on hard targets. Upside continuation hourly, 2 hours. Still kinked on the 3. 4 hours of upside after you get this. So if we bounce from the areas of 62.30, you're then getting about $1.83 to the upside from there. So 60, yeah. So I mean, if we're going towards that, 63, 60, like high 63s, you're coming right. Okay, you're consolidating. And your upside wouldn't continue until, wow, the 3-day time frame. My goodness. 3-day time. Okay. All right. It's kind of boring for now, but it is what it is. Your 3-day time frame is just consolidating here. So this is going to take a little bit of time. Also, your 3-day time frame is bullish here. So I think one more day of consolidation within the areas of just around 62-ish to where we are right now. And as soon as this is done decompressing, then your upside would start. I would say just one more day. And this is giving you continuation into the 3, 4, 5. That's upside into your weekly, biweekly, almost 3-week time frame. Almost there. Oof. 3 months of upside. Okay, that gives you a current ATR top of 75.72. So looking at the physical targets, again, 75.72. I would say 75.10. 75.10 is just that's just your first step. Your liquidity top is literally $98. Man, okay. I'm sticking to the thesis. Okay. Yeah, entry conditions, everything is sound. Cool. Let's map it. Let's map it. Let's map it. All right. These would be entries. And you know, you have a bunch of resistances on the way up. It's really all about your discretion here, you know. It's not the fastest asset in the world, and if we're looking at targets of roughly these $75 targets, you know, 73.68 is actually the range in there. You know, that's your 1 to 2 day play, and then to get up all the way to $100 on this, you know, it is. I see it going there, but it's just going to take a bit. So patience on this one, but it's looking good. Maybe it gets more volatile when people start to it pops up on scanners and stuff, you know. That could be a good time for this thing to consider its continuation. But it does have further valuations. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Okay. So yeah, just let me get rid of that line and this line here. So, you know, just in short, right, potential downside continuation into that 60, 65, 62, 36, bounce from this area. You know, this top side of $70 would probably resist and give you the back test of not only your regression, but also your inflection zones somewhere in the 50% of these targets, like where we closed, right? $64. $64 rejects higher low formation there, and that gives you a pretty nice opportunity for a gain here. Resistances are all over this, right? That's a hard resistance at 75.29. This 75.29 likely pulls you back right into this target here. So that would be, I would say, 67.80. And that would be your validation of support before a continuation to the upside. There's many more zigzags on this, but it is there. So all good. You have been? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not really paying attention to the chat as I you know, I zone into price and everything. I apologize. But very good. You have been playing it? I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay, team. So that's about how the cookie crumbles. Here you go, team. Let's just take this screenshot real quick. This is my humble opinion as to where it could go. Right. And PSIX. And here you go. Yeah, I bet. You know, after yeah. Let's go. No problem. Oh yeah, you know what? I gotta put it up in the lounge as well. So let's do that. All right. And team, which one? Sorry guys, which one was next? We said that it was it GME? No. Did I miss, guys? Please remember. Yesterday I totally dropped the ball on a couple of them, and like, you know, no one reminded me just because you could tell that I was tired, but I'm still good. Remember, we started earlier, right? You know, so it's only just after 10 p.m. Pacific. So yesterday was around 1, you know? Yeah. LAES. Okay, fine. U.S. oil company. Thought Zeus, what's up, buddy? U.S. oil companies demand government guarantees before Venezuela investment. My goodness. JP, what's up, buddy? Good to see you there. D chart XRP. Yeah. And I put up the video every night. I put up video. Yeah. Somebody asked me to take a look at it back when it was at around 48 cents. And I'm like, man, this thing is about to go to 260. And luckily we got some of the team to load up at around 48 to 52, 58 cents, 60 cents, 70 cents. And then, you know, they held all the way. So crypto dropping some more. Yeah, I figured that was going to be the case. Dang it. You got an F58 a long time ago, last year, I think. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. That's just about, I think it was August of 2024. and I said 100K BTC by end of 2025, and then also XRP from, yeah, those lows that I was already, man, people hated me for saying that it was going to above $3 from 50 cents, but all good. And it had, yeah, they had me look at it, and then I loaded everybody, and then just 1 week later, it started making its bounce. So all good. But I didn't get too much attention into those videos until later, which was, you know, whatever. It always is like that. You entered at 44. Nice, bud. But that's good that you guys are holding such awesome averages. And I don't own any. Hold on, team. Let me blow my nose. I'm stuffed. Okay. Oh, nice. Very cool find on those channels. I wanted to there was a fair amount of somebody kind of, not, they didn't piss me off. They ticked me off a little bit, only because they said, "Oh, you're just another influencer. Like, what are you presenting that's new?" And that was really like right at around that 58 cent zone. And so man, I flipped the script on everything there. So just to, for the benefit of this, and the stats have been just on point. So basing retrade, that I came up with a whole thing on time, right? So now XRP is the reason why I have a time confluence, cascading of time, exotic time, and much more that we learn on strategies and executions. But that that introduced me into something so powerful, and I teach it, right? And this also led into 4-year cycles, 8-year cycles, 7-month biweekly cycles, and all of them have been playing dead on. And another thing, right, that we just closed a yearly candle, a bi-yearly candle. We also closed a 4-year candle, and of course, it doesn't happen for happens once every 8 years, and also an 8-year candle. So that presents macro upsides for XRP. So because they were telling me that, right? They were saying, what can you offer that everybody else doesn't already? So that really made me mad. I don't really talk about that too much, but I have to admit, they were right, because a bunch of formations there. Everybody was talking about the large triangles and the whatever and this and that. So I completely flipped it, and I'm thankful for it. That person pushed me. Yeah, Danielle, of course. Just I kept my word here. You're still signed up for strategies and executions. So those those are, 18 to 19 weeks. So we're about to finish both of them. I think yeah, one more lecture for executions. The last lecture for strategies just happened and today and yeah. So yeah, it's the cascading of time, and time confluence that I know you'll like it. Yeah, I'm gonna make you a monster, guys. If you don't know, right? Spoiled brat. She's an OG. She's track. I think you're track one. She's one of my first batch, students here, and she's also a very impressive leader in a thing that it's super speculative, and I don't want to mention because I don't want to get you in trouble. But yeah, just wanted to mention that about you. So all good. Track 2 or 3, right? You're mad early. You're way, 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 way in the early sets. So let's get this thing going, team. Uh yeah, okay, okay. Well, yeah, she's I don't know how to like present it, right? Because it's a lot bigger than people may think. What's the name of the whole organization and stuff, at least the team would know that. I imagine that even some of them may have gotten stuck on it. Hey, ARCa, good evening. Let's see. Could you quickly explain how your live morning trades go? Are you doing futures only or SPY options? I can only do SPY options, unfortunately, not enough. No, so I don't. Okay, so I will depending on how the setup is, I will trade the SPY in light of the ES, or I would trade the SPX in light of the ES or the SPY, right? But yeah, guys, she's saying anyone is always welcome to talk to me about it. I'm suing the SEC and FINRA over for the MMTLP happenings, right, guys? You remember the U3 halt. But yeah, yeah, brother. So while I'm charting the ES, I'm not playing futures. I was trading the SPX and or the SPY. So that is also something I teach benchmarks, and that would be introduced to you in conditioning, right? So there's the beginners course, 9 weeks meant live with me. Then there's strategies, which is 16 to 18, maybe 19 weeks long. Then there's executions, which is just around that length as well. And then there's conditioning, where we introduce the benchmark concepts, and and that's where I introduce a whole new thesis after time that I've come up with, and it's called phantom pivots, or just it's phantom time and phantom pivots. So those are, man, I have enough information to write a whole book, bro. And and we, that's how we trade it. So, but yeah. So just I usually just trade the SPY options or the SPX, right? The SPX on 0D though, because they're so expensive. So I can only trade a couple of those. So you'll do 0D close to at the money, as close to at the money as you can, right? And just play them for a short term, as they return heavy returns. But I have to have high conviction in the play. But if I don't, I typically announce like SPY calls or something like that. So uh it's always not, I don't always say what I'm about to go in with. I always, usually I say that this is a good entry point right now, and exit would be in an hour or two or something, or less. There's also that, right? Because there's always a, hey, ARCa, can you look at this or can you look at that? And I will most certainly, take a look at those tickers, and I would put on my thesis and just say, hey, this is a good entry now, and all that. You know what I mean? TXL saying, thanks, brother. So how does the prices work with SPX correlated with the SPY? Say you buy 692 strikes. What would be the number for SPX? That number is always, there's different volatility presented per uh, per benchmark asset. So while it's 1,000x or 100x the price, it's never going to be confluent. They don't move. They don't move, step by step like that, because the volatility within the SPX is a lot wider than it is with the SPY. But I use it more for the pivots. So for example, the reason why today I was saying, guys, this is a good area to take profit, this right here, and then from that moment, just capitulation happened. The reason why I was able to figure that out is because the SPY was at a resistance with candles, but the SPX and the ES were at all-time highs. So that's what I mean by phantom pivot and phantom time. SPX trades only the intraday hours. The ES trades 23/6, while we have, traditional after and, post-market and pre-market hours and a 6.5 hour trade within the SPY. So that all of that matters, and it matters against the QQQ and the NDX and NQ as well. Yeah, brother. Oh my goodness, dude. I know it sounds cheesy when I say, "Oh, my course," you know what I mean? But it's like, it's next level stuff, dude. It's the concepts that no one has ever spoken of. I'm unique to that. I've created them, and they are now being passed on to the students, and they speak the language every single day. Financial speaks it every single day. Ninja, I hear him say it. Guardian is always in there. Oh, dude, we're about to close this. Even Daniel speaks it. But these old man coming in, he's already noticing that. George K would say things like that all the time. Lioness is presenting to me all these weird things. Oh, spoiled brat, I love you. But yeah, and Chop, my boy's been there forever. Shocking all you two. Come on. But yeah, team, and Josue, he's down there just being really quiet. He doesn't say anything, but he's very knowledgeable with this too. So they all know that language, so we're speaking a whole other thing, and concepts that are not actually too public. You know what I mean? But yeah, just to put it to a quick explanation, that's phantom time and phantom pivots using benchmarks. But they are great, man. Very, very good stuff. Oh, Lioness, you're the best. Okay, guys. So enough of my ridiculous digression here. You guys said LAES, right? Let's do that. Let me go ahead and flip the PSIX ticker. And also, guys, remember that this is not the original. This is the ARCa Bulls Trading View 2.0, right? So I don't have any of my old of my charts, which is ridiculous, So I don't have them saved. It's just because of the issues that I'm dealing with them, which would be over here in the next few days. So my apologies. Right? TXL saying, I've been using your stock indicators. It's pretty good. I'm sorry for the tangent. No. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you so much for your thing. BDP, what's up, buddy? And hey, Caroline, good to see you there. But yeah, team, let me run this. And yeah, time does chop. Yes, I do agree. Time does fly. And yeah, so LAES guys just got a batch of great news, and I'm wondering to see if maybe we've hit a low here. You can already see that there's a little coloring book formation there, right? We have an inverse head and shoulders on the downtrend in there, paired with a higher low. So that typically, when you have that formation there, typically means that you'll have a retracement of 100% your local high. BDP, I just give you a shout out, buddy, for Bloomberg Energy. So good find on that, my bro. All right, buddy. Financial, I'm gonna catch you in the morning, guys. Guys, know that Financial usually opens the gates to the to the stage for me before I get there. And I appreciate him so much for that. XRP at 212. Oh, yeah. So that would mean that we're hitting the bottoms of XCN2. Well, relative to some of the targets that we already observed. A GameStop GME just announced. Oh, Daniel, I was supposed to film the video. I am not joking. I might do it after this, dude. I might actually film the GME video after this. I'm not kidding, man. Because you're saying that it has all this. And look at all this. There's a lot of buzz going around that. Hold on. Let me take a sip and not gross you guys out. Let me turn on the camera. Oh, okay. I thought GME gapped because of the. I thought it gapped because of the mention from the brother or whatever. That's still going, right? That's still a thing. Like the whole. He's presenting these huge riddles or something, just like they did before. I mean, it's really cool. That is cool that they're doing that. Hold on, just let me put my headset on. Let's do it. Okay, Mama, you be safe. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, let's do it. Let me get that camera on now and observe ticker LIES, which you guys already know that tends to it tends to run only with some catalyst, right? So if it is a catalyst that we kind of need on this thing, then let it be, right? All good. But if we have a continuation on this based on psychology, no problem, Michelle. I got you, of course. You're very welcome, Mama. You be safe. So if we do have a continuation on this, well, that would be in light of this that formation here. So let's kind of measure it up here and see if we can't find ourselves some targets, at least with psychology applied to it first, right? So let me switch this chart over to here. Okay. All right. So yeah, let's see if we can get ourselves those psychological targets. And sorry, that's already just way too out of whack. In fact, I'm going to use an ascending regression instead because I don't want to be just overly bullish on this. I don't want to be degen. This is an outlier and it should be treated as such. So let's take into consideration that formation, right? It's measured move from the center. I would have proposed that it's there, right? The measured move on this would actually be, it's saying it's above this resistance. Number one, I have to point that out. So hard targets would start right at this point here. And hard targets, I mean by physical, tangible targets that have been addressed before. And there is, let me see historically. Yeah, there's a lot of resistance in this area here. Let me look at a deeper time frame and see if we have anything showing like on a weekly time, right? You guys, you're back? All right, buddy. This, I mean, the stronger of the resistances would obviously be up here. So I think liquid. Hold on, one more time. Actually, man, that's not bad. There is a very, very nice. Yeah, liquid tops would be roughly here at $6. And, you know, following this, there is a little bit of confluence right around these targets here of around 546. So now we have a range on that top end. Let's go ahead and just acknowledge that real quick. This would be based on just the first formation here. But it is a buy formation, right? We do have that higher low. Introducing here from this formation would be, you know, a potential retrace to the local highs, which technically would be this bar here, but it's all together and it's all relative. You do have gaps that can prevent price from continuing onto that upside. You do have a fair value gap here, which is already being used by this resistance. Massive gap at this point too. Another gap right around this area, 574. You can already see, right? So it's just per your discretion, right? We could essentially invalidate the continuations to the upside via some of those targets, but historically we would just have to see how price action has behaved around them. There, if it's a gap, it is a gap. Is it a primary gap? You know, the weekly timeframes, those are pretty primary. So all good in the hood. So let's just mark off this target here, guys. This would be your resistance on the top end. And seeing that you do have closing bases of your 1 day, 2 day, 4 day, I believe your 4 day, right? Yeah. So 4 day time frame closed, by daily close, daily close. So daily time frame already, right? This would get a little bit of a peekaboo towards that downside 407, which I think I can kind of highlight potential entries now. Actually, I'm not even going to mess around. You know, low of day, yeah, low of day. And man, there's so much right around here. I mean, it's ridiculous. 403 to 407 potential entry conditions on this. And should you have, oh yeah. Should you have liquidity on this? You can find just a little bit more, a wick right down there. And continuation would still be, and it would still be valid as an inverse Herpel Derpel. Right? All good on that. So from here at this point, I think that the retrace could start from this point. Hold on, though. Hold on. I would really you know what? Guys, I have to adjust this. And I have to say that it does have pretty strong probabilities starting at this point here. So this would be actually this. I'm going to call this a soft support. Right? It may have enough juice for us to bounce, but it you know, not every single time frame here, or not really many times has this actually been used for an actual, you know, big momentous move. So I can't really, you know, say that this is a powerful area. In fact, I will have to favor some lower targets here. And I think that we may have it. The average of this zone, I see it. I do see it. This would be roughly 380, 384. Hold on. Oh, it's trying it. Wow. Man, no way. Well, there's a gap there too. Which one would be most? Oh yeah, no. I would definitely choose this. To 377. So this is more along the lines of your range, and I know it's large, right? But I'm gonna highlight the focus. This would be the focus area here. We have to pay attention to what really has an impactful move. It could bounce right off of that 3884. I'm not sure that we can go to 377, but I think 384 may do it. But overall, yeah. Let's make this green real quick. Okay. All right. Yeah. And sorry, it's an overall zone, so we have to make the focus yellow. It's pretty close. It's pretty close to that 50% anyway. So fair enough, man. Fair enough. Let's leave that like that. Right. We'll put this right in that centered area. And we'll put this right about here. Cool. Perfect. Let's get rid of this, and also remember to make our focus yellow. Just like always. Okay, nice. And of course, guys, this would be our soft support. Just know that it does have probabilities. Take care, Lioness. You be safe, okay? Know that it does have probabilities, but it feels like we're kind of being dragged more towards these downsides here. So if that's the case, all good in the hood, right? And again, guys, I really do think it's going to land around this. Yeah. That 391 zone feels like it could be 391 to 380. Just right in the 383 feels significant though, or was it 380? It was 384, right? Yeah. I know there's a whole bunch of weirdness going on here, guys, but I think it would be in there. All right. So now if we do bounce to that upside, guys, we already know what this thing wants from us. But opening the market, say where did it close? Crashes the market Friday. Oh my goodness. We closed at 410. 411 is your intraday. Okay. If we open up at around 411 or 410, yeah, we have daily an average true range of 38 cents. So that 380, that 384, that sounds pretty good. And then to the upside, the areas of around. Oh man, it would. There's that gap there. Of course, there is. I mean, if with enough conviction, we can break above the 424. But you know how this thing does. It kind of slows down. Into these areas of inflection. So, short-term traders, guys, this would be your target here. Just yes, the momentum trades. Let's get rid of this thing. And yeah, guys. So if there is a piece of news again, then I will say that this probably has a good upside probability to that to that target up there. This. So let's put them up there and then see what's up. But I personally am not going to long LAES, guys, because I hate waiting. But just so the people that are holding right now, just so that you guys know, this is what I'm observing as far as the play. You know what I mean? Dude, my nose, my goodness. I got to turn that thing off. Okay, here we go. And sorry. Um, let's just say that we go down here, right? I'm just gonna skip the whole tiny little details of the 403 to 407. Yeah, this would probably start, resisting. Actually, yeah, would start resisting right around these targets here. 445 pulls back to validate a very confluent zone at 423 before a continuation to the upside. Yeah, 476 resists. That takes you all the way back down towards these targets. And I think it would be 443 before this is seen within about 3 to 4 days. Maybe less if it has the actual commitment. If it has buy side commitment, then we're good. So let's take that screenshot now. I have all the targets. Yeah. And copy it over here for you guys. Yeah, that'd be cool if they did something with the market like that. A directional trade would be outstanding. So this is ticker symbol LAES. There you go, guys. Let me put this thing in the lounge as well. There we go. And did you Daniel, was that you guys? I'm gonna trust you guys and be honest. Be honest, sirs. Which one was next? Let me blow my damn nose and turn that thing off. Oh, sorry, Danielle. I was calling Daniel. Team, am I missing someone here for the analysis? Because I think Daniel came in a little late. But let me know, team. Let me know. I'm just drinking a little bit of water. Let me know, team. Let me know, team. If you're missing your ticker, I'll evaluate it. If not, GME's next. GME, then Apple. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, guys. GME first, and then we'll catch Apple. Let's do it. I was also curious after the mention on that. You're looking for the downside? Okay. Let me put. We got to go over to this screen over here. Okay. GameStop. And let's see the 12-hour. Hold on. Let me just catch a couple little basic things here. Okay. Yeah, there's a reason to. Let me see that daily, right? Because I know that some people are kind of worried about this gap here. Where is do you know where the price is right now on the 24-hour book? They're up 44% since they came out. That damn. Are people purchasing them, or are they just getting? Are they just being distributed because you hold shares? They're being traded on spot. GMEW. Is that what you wanted me to see? GMEW or GME? GMEW. The warrants were distributed. You want warrants, so that's what you want. Okay. So how am I going to find that? Is it dash, or I can put GameStop warrants is /W. Is it this right here, 326? This is the one, right? Okay. All right, cool deal. That's good to know. And this, wow, what a spike. Of course, right? Okay, let me check the closures on this. Hanging man on a buy daily. Your 4-day time frame, momentum bar. That's a good continuation there. That's good. Let me see that 5 days closing. Okay, yeah, just a little bit of downside here. I'm gonna say right away. This is your support. I know there's a gap on the 5-day there, right? But this is kind of what I personally would look at for entry conditions. Should there be a continuation of this, right? Absolutely use the 5-day gap at 307 for that risk on zone. There are other areas that are confluent, but the one that I'm looking for is the one that's nearest the point of entry. And I say this because your 5-day time frame might give us a little bit of upside to, let's see. Oh yeah. I wanted to know, does this have a 24-hour price too or no? 326, 326. It doesn't. Okay, so it's based on a 5. Yeah, the 5-day. Okay, fine. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to the entry conditions on this. So yeah, if anything, I would say an immediate short-term time frame upside to resist right at around this target of 330. Pull back the market on that 330 confluence, and then start the conditions for risk on. And it looks like it's been topping off there. So now I have to respect your 3-day, 4-day resistances. Let's see. Yeah, this thing is respecting it is respecting a lot. So since we only have one iteration of this top side here, I'm just gonna go ahead and hold on. I gotta see which one's more confluent now. That answers that. Okay. And also we're coming up to it. So why would we ever suggest the other one? Immediate short-term resistances, right? Right in this zone here to come back down based on the retrace of closing timeframes here and opening timeframes too. So that would be your 5-day time frame closing, and that would be your first hour, right? So the typical retrace time would be 10:30 p.m. 10:30 a.m. Eastern. That's your 5 hours prior to the close. 4-day time frame is not there yet. Oh yeah, it is. It is okay. And the 4-day time frame would then take over. For a retrace 2, it's 50%. Your bi-daily time frame would then take over that at its 2 hours prior to the closing of the day. And then of course, when that happens, your daily time frame had already made its peekaboo right into this zone here. Your bi-daily time had already made its 50% retrace plus the 4-day and 5-day retrace at the earlier part. From there, you have validations, and this could continue. It's not, it's not bad. It appears to have a lot of crap in it, but it's really not bad. In fact, it's a little disguised, but yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not even gonna. I'm not even gonna stress that. It just, yeah, it looked good. Okay, perfect. So yeah, let me put the trajectory on this, and then I'm gonna see how far we can go. It's just this. What I was gonna say is just that it looks like an inverse head and shoulders already. In here, you kind of see it there. You know what I mean? So maybe, right? So let's get that top side resistance first, right? Relative to these zones here, pull back the market. Then right in this wherever area in here, this is all entry condition, and this would likely push towards the upside, specifically 348, and then this would start to validate all of this zone here, 328, before a continuation up based on complete discretion, right? So let's mark them off. Just about like this here would be resistance. Resistance. Okay. Yeah, let's put on the proof the receipts. Whoa. That's cool. How did I do that? Damn. This mouse has so many things in it. I don't even know what it does. That's so cool. It's the ergonomic mouse, you know. But here we go, team. These are the targets. Okay. And yeah, this would be the resistance, right? So at first resistance, and then you'll get this pullback here to potential entry conditions down here. And let me put that color there. Color. You know, I know people are going to miss this too. Let's do, and, you know, are you serious, bro? Come on. Great. Okay. Now, targets, of course. Targets. Give me the targets. The 50% is really nice on this. Never forget your 50% team. There we go. And let's add this liquid here. Hold on. This is gone. Let's get rid of these lines because it's annoying. And sure, we also have this 348 liquid top, and this is also a liquid top as well, 339. Perfect. Let me just go ahead and put that there. And this over here. This is like poor man call options. Really? Oh my goodness, dude. That's funny. Okay. But yeah, man, this feels like it could continue onward pretty nicely. As if it's not a head, you know, inverse head and shoulders, is, you know, more than likely it's your cup and handle here. I hate it so much. So regression, yeah, I guess from not regression, the horizontal resistance on this. I'm not gonna take not even this crazy downside there. I'm just gonna propose this to be resisting at around this point, and actually it would be right about here. Hold on. No, I got it. Damn, that's actually not bad. I'm gonna trust it. 370. Furthermore, there you go. Okay, based on formation theory, that also has that. 210. What does that mean? Where are we? Oof, dude, what was announced? Why did it fall that hard? I mean, I never thought that it would actually reach that target. I'm gonna be honest with you. This one. Right there. 209, what is it? 209,274. This just reached 209,353. Right there. Man. I didn't tell nobody about that target. Sorry, guys. We're gonna find out what's up though. Let me go back real quick to the warrants and put this out for you. Here you go, buddy. I hope that, you know, is this like, does news really affect this like the way it does to the Class A stock? Your traditional? Okay. Yeah, I need to create a GME video. But I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that later because I still gotta look at Apple. Okay, let me put that here, team. And I'm getting blown out because we just had the strategies was right before this. So I technically have been streaming here for almost 5 hours. That sucks, sir. But this was the GME / right W, and here's the chart for that. Let me go into the lounge and let's go over Apple, sir. Brother, I hope this works out. You really want to pick up, some of this, right? Oof. Apple is bleeding, but oh my goodness, this thing is at an inflection point. Guys, man, that's pretty. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it could try maybe for this weekly gap here, and that's a really strong support at 255. So, I mean, we're talking about another $5, $4. It's $5. Yeah. Okay. And this, I guess it does have a bit of a range too, right? Should it, I mean, there's another zone where it could. Oh man. I mean, if you observe this in a larger time frame, then you start to, kind of display the more important zones. Where did this go afterward? Let's see. So that's 260.33, 259.81. And this went low as, wait, 260.33. Okay. Man. I feel like this would benefit. I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm stalling here, but with good reason. This could really benefit from, I mean, it feels like the true inflection is actually around. Man, the thing that I'm afraid of is that it wants to try, for a 235 or even this is the support that I really would like to observe. You know what I mean? I know that short term 255.51, it's all good, right? The gap is there, but this does have a lot of support around here. The 250.03 and also the psychological target of it being 250. So I guess I can't ignore it, and I'm just gonna have to go ahead and put this as a liquid bottom. Can it reach it? It has around 4 points of ATR, 4.5 points. So this would only be around the 250. Yeah, it would be this. It would still be in here. But that doesn't mean that it's done though, right? Because let's see your monthly ATR low. It's a 248.81. Your weekly has a day to go. 259.78. Okay. And then, man, dude, this is a little dangerous because it feels like it's at if it doesn't reach this 257.77, it might What I'm saying is that it might actually do it in the post market. Where's the 24-hour book on this? Let's see that. Let's see. Where you at? Where you at? 259.43. And it went as low as what? 259.25. Yeah, this it's still continuing, man. I have to stick with this. It might actually make it to 257.77 within this gap here, right? Within this area. And in the first hour of the trading day, it might it's kind of crazy, right? But within this area, this might be your bear trap roughly in here. All right. So, yeah, I can't elaborate on it any more than that. But this feels like it's about to. It feels like it's gonna reverse maybe. And dude, this thing still has weekly. Okay, weekly downside. It's weekly. The weekly downside is completely contracted. Biweekly downside is contracting. And we're expanding here with a downside on the 4-week, but that's a brand new one. And that does have a low of 249. Your monthly time frame current ATR, yeah, 248.88. And here's where your upside is. 3-month low would be 238.10. Certainly 244. But that, yeah, this area here can prevent price action from continuing on a 3-month. This is your new 6-month bar. 30% prior bar pullback before a continuation. So your 3-month time frame could really be just expressing 50% prior bar. And can it go deeper? Sure. But this is postured towards the upside from some of the lowest volatility that it's ever been in, or it's at historic lows. And the last time that we were in on that low, yeah, we made a continuous upside. So 41 all the way up to 58, pulled all the way back, right, and then continued onward after this critical read, and we're right about there and twice the length. Man, and also right about here, we were similarly placed right about this point, and look at that, bam, huge upside. There could be a serious bear trap here. I'm not entirely sure, but this it feels like Apple is about to retrace, like violently. So be careful, okay? I think entry conditions, I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to stick to the process here, team. Entry conditions down here. Right upside continuation. If we open up at 260, we're looking at around a target of 264, 265-ish. So that would be, okay. I'm going to use this one here, actually. Oh, yeah. 264.06. Yeah, man. This thing validates that 257, and it's off to the races, man. This thing would start resisting. Let me see. Oh, my goodness. It would actually start resisting right around this point. There is another area here that's questionable, but I think it would start resisting right about this area here. 271. But that's just temporary, guys. So yeah, guys, I think Apple's about to make a huge move. These are the targets right here. Okay. Yeah, this feels dangerous, man. This feels dangerous. Okay. Very cool. Those entry conditions might as well. Yeah, it's something, guys. It feels good. It does. And Apple could drag the whole freaking market up. Guys, this could start as soon as this next trading session at the first hour. Potentially after the first hour. Now lie to me and make me feel better. Dude, we still have downside to go. So if anything here, man, you're still looking at, minimum $3, right? At the midpoint here, you're looking at around a $5 drop. And then from there, if it really goes down to that low that I'm talking about at 250.81, dude, bro, think about that. That's a $10 move. Spy calls, pick them up. Yeah, I think that we could start loading very lightly on spy calls at maybe the open, actually. So that's going to be something I'm going to try to chase right away. Here you go, guys. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of that. And we are good to go here. These freaking targets are all the way over there. Like, what are you doing? Here you go, team. The spread on the options. Well, I'm gonna do your traditional long call. If there is a I'm not looking to do any. You mean a debit spread or credit spread? I'm just gonna buy raw options, bro, and just let it rip. I'm gonna not scalp them, probably momentum trade them. Just and I know that some people here have actually been selling for premium, but yeah, just puts and calls. Puts and calls. Team, what do you say? Let's get some rest. This is ticker symbol AAPL. Let me copy it. Here you go, guys. This is going to be... I am pretty tired, I'm not going to lie. Here you go, team. That's where it is. Let's go to the lounge. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plays up. Let's see what's up, guys. Did you already do XRP? I'm behind the wall. Yeah, that was the first thing I did. I film a video for XRP every night. But the downside for XRP, although I had the target there already, I didn't speak of. This target here. I already had the dead cat for that, but I didn't think that we were going to reach all the way to 209. It pretty much was right around it. You did? Let's go, bro. Yeah, that's what I meant earlier, Danielle. The triangles, right? When I was talking to you about I had to bring it and be different or whatever. You have no idea how much more there is beyond that triangle, within the triangle there. Like the timing is confluent. Every breakout is breaking out at 4 years, anywhere between October and January. Those are your major breakouts. Oof. 1,380 or 1,284 day periods before breakouts confluently. It's insane. Well, those videos are more along the line. Oh, you know what? I started a thesis, but I didn't a lot of the students already know for it to be complete, because I've talked to them about it already. But should there actually, dude, where is that? Hold on. Man, I don't even know where. Okay, here it is. At the end, at the end of every video, I put up. I suggest a video to watch, right? And it's let me see if I can actually just search it. SARP. Need to. Yeah, there we go. Cool. I got it. Let me give you the link of this. And this was filmed. I don't know. Oh my goodness. It was about exact. Oh man, it could have been December 4th, 2024. That's when this was filmed, and it's gotten a lot of attention. But this here. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Oh, bro, I love you, man. I try to, brother. I really do try to. I love it, dude. But yeah, guys, let's get some rest. Let's do our thing. I want to chill. What time are you streaming in the mornings? Today, over the last couple, except for one actually, I've been trying to show up here with when financial opens up, but I show up usually at about 7 now, right? But before with my son, it would be like 8:30, 9:30. My time, sorry, Pacific, sorry. When I get no way, dude, I'm up at 5:45 every day. Dude, I love you, man. Okay, I'll catch you mañana. Then let's do it, team. Let's get some rest. I think I already. Yeah. Oh yeah, cool. Everything is up on the lounge. I'm just gonna put the link to the video there, and we'll be good to go, team. Yeah. Yeah. Love you, bro. All right, team. No problem, Danielle. I got you. Yeah, you do know, Daniel. I know, buddy. All right, team. You all rest well, okay? And we'll reconvene here in the AM, and let's kill it. All right, yeah, guys. Take a look at what Daniel just put down there. See you in the AM, TXO. Love you, buddy. You be safe. Take care, team. Be well. Let's get some rest. See you, everyone. Night.